Beach. Okay, not Myrtle Beach, Murrells Inlet. Sort of like Garden City, for those who really know the area. I wasn't sure I was going to do a live video today, if I was going to be able to make it work out, but here we are, and I am at our beach house. We've been coming to this beach house for like probably 15 years, and we're right on the marsh in the back. We're about a block away from the beach, and I was going to do this video from the beach because it's so beautiful today, but I was really scared that the wind would just be too loud and distracting. So you guys can stare at the marsh, much better than our normal view from our back porch when we do these. But of course, well, one thing I wanted to tell you is that I am going to be on a podcast today as a guest, Surviving Sarah. This is the first week that we haven't had Feathers podcast out, but it's kind of funny that this is Surviving Sarah is coming out today, and so I hope you get to look at that. I'm going to have the link on this page later today when I get it, and then have it on Instagram too. So I hope you guys get to check out that. I hope it went okay. I had so much fun talking to her, but I think I talked a lot, which no surprise there. But here at the beach, and I think this happens a lot, the verse from Romans comes to mind, and that is, this is Romans 1:20. For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that men are without excuse. And so I don't know about you, but I come to the beach and I am just in awe of God, and just how big the ocean is, how the tide comes in and out, and you know, the waves and how that works, and how it's related to the moon, and just how many animals are out there, and it's a whole nother world out there. And just the fact that, like, you know, we've got salt water out there, and that's contained in the ocean, how we have, you know, fresh water in other places. And I'm just so reminded, as this verse says, of it says his power and his divine nature, and how powerful he is, that he would have been able to create all of this, and his divine nature. And when I think about his divine nature, I think I can't look at this without recognizing that there is a creator. I just can't. And the fact that it's just, you know, the whole idea of an intelligent designer, intelligent design, that there's just no way that this is by accident. How all our environment works together, and how it works so it's just amazing. It's just amazing. And so the whole point of that, though, is to point to the visible things. What this verse is saying, the visible things that we see are totally meant to point to the invisible qualities of God. And so, you know, it's not meant for us. I think it is meant for us to enjoy, but ultimately it's meant for us to think about God. I mean, that was the point, the purpose. It says, so that men are without excuse. So this is our reason. He says, you don't have an excuse not to believe in me because of what's around you. It's your reason to believe in me, and to think about who he is. He's so powerful. He's so intelligent. That was a big aha moment for me for some reason the past couple of years, is that God is really smart. Like, he knows calculus, and like, he knows engineering, and he knows, I mean, the great engineer, wow. He knows accounting, like, he knows all the things. He's so intelligent and so creative, So we're meant to be looking at these things and just reflecting on who God really is. And he's just so powerful, like I said, so intelligent, so creative. And I was thinking about, like, what does that really mean for me today? And I think that one means that he is meant to be found. He wants to be found. He put all of this out here so that we would find him. And I think every day he wants us to find him. And so these are just meant to be, and you don't have to be at the beach to think about God's design. You can walk out your your back door and look at the trees and hear the birds, and that's enough. Like, well, there's a God, and he's amazing. And I think every single day he wants to be found, not just when we come, once a year for a week to the beach or the mountains, or whatever does that for you. But he wants to be found every day. And nature is a really, really good way to be reminded of that. And so let me remind you, he wants to be found by you today. And not only that he wants to be found, but that he can handle whatever your day is going to bring. He is powerful. He is smart. He can figure out what needs to happen in your situation. And I think he's creative, and he wants to we're made in his image, and so he wants to co-create with you. And so I think he wants to, we've talked about this many times in the morning, is that he cares about your everyday, and I think he wants to be creative with you and to work through those things, to come with an intelligent solution, a creative solution, and that he can still work miracles. He's powerful. He can do anything. And so we just have an amazing God that is with us today, who wants to be found. And so that's what I just want to remind you from the beach today, is that just take a moment to remember who God is and how he is, and that you would take some time to be with him, and just I would say worship him for who he is and what he can do. And whoa, did y'all see that fly by my face? Some kind of, it was a flyby by some sort of bug. Maybe that was a reminder of God's creation. Oh, hi, Mindy. Yes, God is so big. Mindy, I just want you to know that I have been praying for you. You are written in my journal. I am praying for your healing, and God is, gosh, it brings like tears to my eyes just even saying it, that God is powerful and amazing and can make miracles in your life, and that's what I'm praying for. And I'm just reminded so much of that today, is that he is able. God is able. He can do all of that behind me, and all of that at the beach, a block away. He can do it. So anyway, I'm gonna go. I've got my suit on. I'm gonna actually enjoy that beach today. It looks like a beautiful day. We're just here for the day. We'll be headed home. Attacking the birds. Oh my goodness. We'll be headed home. We'll be headed home this evening. I've said like 3 times. But today we're going to enjoy the beach. So, like I said, check out the podcast that I'm going to be on today. I'll try to share that on Instagram. If we are not out on the beach, I don't think I'm going to take my phone out there. But as soon as I can share it, I'm going to share that. And just enjoy the day. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. So good to meet with you here. Glad we got to do it today. Bye, guys.